What is up, everyone? I'm back again with another video, another episode of Barça Weekly, and where I talk about all the latest Barcelona news and also some other news in football. And well, it's been an interesting week of kind of time. It's plenty of things will happen, and plenty of things will happen as well. um, let's just go over the first things that happened on other places in these last 2 weeks. There've been some interesting results, um, especially in the Premier League, because last weekend Liverpool beat United 7-0, which was absolutely a shocker for everybody because nobody really expected that. Not even Liverpool themselves, it's very much a weird one because United were going in as favorites, of course, in that game, and it's been a week or two since. Yeah, they just recently eliminated us from the Europa League, and the week prior, then went into defeating Betis as well in the Europa League in the next round, and but then and they have been going really good, and everybody thinks they're going for this charge now for the top four, maybe even try to do something in the race, but it just came down as a big shocker, a big shower for them. Like, it just hit them at once, all once, like 7 goals. Those goals were scored by Gakpo, Nunes, and Salah and Firmino, which is just absolutely crazy. Like, what a result! What a result for Liverpool at that point. That was a big, important victory for them. But as you know, football can be a bit weird, of course. And this weekend, the weekend after now, Liverpool lost to bottom side Bournemouth, which is also very shocking. But maybe not. If you know Liverpool, it's just a typical Liverpool thing to do. I think, because going off winning 7-0 against United to going into losing to a bottom side, which is just absolutely crazy. But on the other hand, United didn't do much better either. They drew against other bottom side in Southampton, I believe it was, right? If I'm not mistaken. Absolutely crazy. How does it, like, it just, football is very interesting at some points, and that this is just shows how mentality really can switch around things. And yes, there was some little bit of controversial stuff with the referee, Casemiro getting a red card. Oh wow, shocker there. That dude did not get a red card almost ever when he played for Real Madrid. The 5 or 6, 7 years he played for Real Madrid, but then now, just this season, as United, that has changed. This season has gone 2 straight red cards, and there's some rumors now that he's gonna be suspended for 4 games or something, possibly. It's like, it's really crazy. It's really crazy, and I don't get it. But well, absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. That's just things like this just keep surprising you, but just like, that's football. But United fans will tell you that, yeah, there was a lot of things with the referee and a lot of other stuff like that. But hey, it is for this. They still couldn't make. They weren't able to score anyway. So we'll see what happens. But on the other side as well, Chelsea won 3-1. They've gone up a little bit better in results lately. They have revitalized themselves a bit, but I don't know how long that will last. But this time around, they did get a good result against I think it was Leicester probably, or something like that, if I'm mistaken. And also Arsenal beat oh no, I forgot who they were facing. They won as well, 3-1. I forgot their opponent, but they got their victory. and it was very, how you can say, like, very weird weekend, really, to really get these results. You know, it's just like football around these times can always be surprising you, and definitely could happen. But also during the midweek we had, the Champions League fixtures. Chelsea did beat, of course, there as well. Dortmund with the hill, and they have gone through. Bayern defeated PSG. PSG are just not in a good form at all, and they're not doing Messi any favors either. So he just saved them a result yesterday as well in the league. But it's really weird, like, how this has gone on for PSG. They can sign so many great players, but without tactics, without true philosophy and true, in the stuff in the team, it's not gonna go well. And they just keep showing that. They just keep showing that in the Champions League, because Bayern were not the absolute greatest performance they ever put in over two legs. It's like they only scored three goals over those two legs, one in the first and two in the second. But most of those goals were thanks to PSG's own faults. Like in the second, now in the second leg, Verratti messed up big time, right? And a couple of players in the first leg, it was Donnarumma who messed up. So it's all really PSG doing that to themselves and really causing themselves trouble. Um, yeah, it just, you don't see them really going anywhere big time in Europe, like with this type of tactics, this type of mentality, this type of, thing they have going for them like this now. It's just not enough. It doesn't matter which player they sign, it's still not gonna be enough when you don't have the right tactics for it. But we'll see what happens. What happens this summer, if they change something up even more or not. It's really crazy. But there's some rumors now that Messi definitely wants to leave now after this. Neymar, maybe not, but there's a bit more and more chances getting closer to Messi maybe returning to Barcelona, and I would absolutely love that. That would be absolutely incredible and so good. But either way, I just want him to leave PSG, really, because that's not a good club for him. The fans do not appreciate him either. They're some of the their most, like, what are fans, like, the ultras or whatever you want to call them. They have planned for next game when they're facing up, playing at home, that they will be booing Messi or something, sending some during the game. It's really just weird. I just do not get it why they're blaming him for this. There's so many more factors to this than just Messi, and this many clear factors why this didn't work. It wasn't his fault, so that they didn't manage to qualify to the quarterfinals. It's just not really sensible for that to really blame him for that. But anyways, that's some of the news outside Spain. A little bit of different topics there, different things going on. The title race in the Premier League looking more going into the favor of Arsenal, but we'll see what happens. But now on to the Barcelona stuff. Uh, we got a couple good results after that terrible week we had with the two losses against Almeria and against United and Almeria. But we picked up a good win. One of them in the Classico as well. We beat Real Madrid in the first leg of the Copa del Rey semi-final, which was very good. A very solid performance. We could have scored even more. I could have gotten a second goal as well if it wasn't for a dumb chance that happened with Kessié and Fati. Like, Fati came in the way of Kessié when he took a shot. But anyways, we did enough. We got the win, which was the most important part. And the next leg will be played sometime in the beginning of April. But then after that, we went on to get a little bit more of a more shaky performance, but still, nonetheless, we did get the win against Valencia, which was a bit an up and down kind of thing, and with the referee stuff, like, and Araujo getting a red card as well, which is dumb. So he will be missing tonight's game against Betis, no, against what am I saying, against Athletic Bilbao, which starts in a bit more than an hour. So, but that's good. Still, that's fine. He will be back for the Classico, which is another the league Classico, then which is played at home next weekend. So it was an up and down kind of game. It wasn't the absolute greatest performance. We did get job done, which was the most important because Real Madrid, once again, they did drop points. They did drop points last weekend. They drew their game and they dropped a couple points, and then we could capitalize that and we went up to 9 points ahead of them. Sadly, yesterday they did win against Espanyol, so we need to win tonight to get that margin back up to 9 points ahead of the Classico. We 100% need to do that because 6 points is just not enough for it going into that. We need to have a good cushion in between. Like, we need to really get in there, and then if we win, we'll be even more ahead with like 11 or 12 points or something like that. So it's really we need to make a statement in that next Classico, because there's been going around so much dumb stuff surrounding all this with the Negreira case and all the other such dumb shit outside of and that Real Madrid are involving themselves and setting and blaming, and it's just, I'm not gonna talk much about it here because it just gives me a headache, really. It's just annoying and such kind of ironic, really, coming from them, and coming from someone who's just had so much help from referees. The people calling us out that we have been paying referees. If we were the ones paying referees, then why the hell have we gotten so many referee calls gotten against us in the last few seasons? How in the hell have we been robbed of titles thanks to literal refereeing mistakes? Getting goals called off when the ball was clearly past the line against Real Betis a couple of seasons ago. No, they called that off. They did not give us that goal. No. And that cost us the season. So, or cost us the title, I should say. That is absolutely idiotic to even say that. That we have been trying to pay the referee at all. It's so dumb. If we did that, then the referee had clearly done a terrible job, and we wouldn't have stopped doing that. We would pay him more or something. Like, it just makes no sense. There's no proof whatsoever of it. And this is the only time I'm gonna mention this. I'm not gonna talk anything more about it, but I just wanted to say that because it's just, it's really annoying. It's really dumb, annoying, and just absolutely absurd. But anyways, tonight we have an important game that we need to also win before the Classico next week. We do have more time to rest before that Classico as well, because Real Madrid have a game against Liverpool midweek in the Champions League. So hopefully Liverpool will tire them out at least a little bit, even though I don't have no faith Liverpool actually knocking them out and turning a 5-2 result around. I don't think that's gonna happen, but at least I hope they tire them out a little bit. That would be good. And you know, we have to do good tonight. Tonight we have Gavi. Of course, we have Gavi there. We have Lewandowski's back. There's some doubts about others. I don't know if Pedri was in the team sheet. Maybe not. But he will be ready for the Classico. It's still uncertain that. I don't. But some sad news is that Dembele won't be ready for the Classico. It's not that the recovery has gone bad or anything. It's more that they're trying to keep it as more of a precaution now, going in before the international break, so he doesn't get picked on in for the national team, or he risks any other injuries like that, just for a very important part of the season going in, that with the second leg Classico in the cup and a lot of other things like that, and many other games coming up. So we need him there. So I think that's a smart move. We can still do it. We did it we did it in the last Classico, right? Without Dembele. It's crazy. That's just and I just saw in a notification Sevilla actually has won the game tonight. that is crazy as well. Well, to them, they have not been a good form lately, but now finally they have gonna win. But let's see how their season goes. But um, tonight we have Lewandowski back. Tonight we have a lot of other people like that. And I think we can still get it done even without Araujo. Then we will have almost full strength for the Classico next week, except for Dembele. Pedri will definitely surely be back there, so we can 100% go strong and make a statement. That will be a statement match, 100% more than. There's a lot more than just 3 points, and the league on the line. There's plenty of stuff, and I'll make another video going more into that next week, but leading up to it. But wow, really good, interesting week it has been. It's been a lot of stuff up and down, you know. But we're still looking good. We're still looking good for these two trophies. You know, we just have to keep being concentrated, keep being focused, and get the job done each game. Each game we take it one by one step at a time. We go there and we have to get the job done. Um, if we want to win these two trophies, the cup and the league, and get a complete domestic treble. So it will, and if we manage to do that, I see that as a very successful season. Even though we didn't get the Europa League, I still believe we've got a very good season. Just winning those trophies, which, in my opinion, is a more tougher thing to do overall. Because in Europe, you just have to have more luck than anything. I think luck has a lot to do with the results over there and current mentality and situations. But the league, you have to keep in the cup. You have to keep that up over, especially the league, over the whole season. You need to keep fighting for it, and I think that's a more challenging thing to do than going into the Champions League, because anything can really happen there in the Champions League. Smaller teams can be bigger teams at any moment if just anything just slips up a little bit, and that can be it. But that's not in the league. In the league, there's always things you can go up and down throughout the whole season. Things can change, so it's a more overall demanding competition in that sense. So uh, we need to be fully mentally ready, and Xavi needs to get the tactics right, the lineups right, and everything like that going into this final part of the season. This last, 2.5 to 3 months or so, it's gonna be very interesting to see how he handles it all. But hopefully, we can get the job done and we can finally get another title. We've been waiting for long. Yeah, we got the Super Cup now a month ago, but I mean, like a big title again. The last time we did that was back in 2019 or so, I believe. Is it 19 or 20 or whatever it was, right? When we won the Copa del Rey there with Coleman. So there's plenty of like reasons to really go for this time, and we can get back into good feeling going into the summer, where definitely be a rebuild of sorts as well. Some people going out, some others coming in, and we can rebuild ourselves and go full strong and full strength into next season, aiming higher for Europe as well, definitely in that sense, than trying to go further in the European competition. But yeah, but that's gonna do it for now. That's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, leave a like down below and also subscribe if you're not done that already, and ring the notification bell to get notified next time I upload videos like this every week. And yeah, there I may do a quick video after reacting to the lineup or something for this nice game, but I believe it will be a semi-normal lineup with a couple of changes. Maybe Alonso in the back or Eric Garcia in the back instead of Araujo up front. They'll probably will see Lewandowski, Rafinha, and maybe Fernand Fati or maybe Gavi, something like that. But yeah, and then the normal midfield, Busquets, Frankie, and either Kessier or somebody else like that. We'll see. Anyways, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Visca Barça.